During this section, we're going to take a look at handling exceptions or errors that happen within your Python applications. Inside of Python, we call this exception handling try blocks or try statements. So take a look. Open in front of you, I've got the Python shell and I've got a new Python file. Now, first off, I'm going to demonstrate an error. And I think you've seen a few of them as you've gone through this course, right? I've misspelled something, I forgot a character, I put the wrong character in, and we've seen some red text that pops up inside of the shell environment. Well, those are your exceptions or the errors that are happening. So let me demonstrate just one more here. I'm going to print something out, but I'm going to print out a variable that I have not used. So I'm just going to say y. I'll close that. I'm going to hit my enter key. Now watch the exception, or excuse me, watch the shell window here and the exception that it runs. Oh, I got to save that and I got to F5 to run it. There we go. All right, so trace back, most recent call last, yada, 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 yada. Got in the exceptions file, line 2, we have print y, right? That's what I got there on line 2. We got a name error. Name y, that's what I created here, is not defined. Now, way back in the earlier lectures, we talked about variables and we talked about how in Python, you don't have to explicitly declare the variable. But inside of Python, you've got to assign it. You've got to give it a value before you can actually start utilizing it. So y doesn't have a value. If I had done this, y equals 10, then I save that and rerun it, then no problem. I can print out what y is equal to. But by not assigning it the value, essentially not using it, not defining it, it's thrown a name error. Now this keyword right here, this is the type of exception or the error that's happening. So I want you to pay close attention to that because it's going to come back to us here in just a moment. Now exceptions or errors in your code, they're not a good thing, right? I don't want to have my application out there and my users running with it and all of a sudden an error is thrown and it crashes the system, right? I don't want users to see that. What I'd like to do is I want to be able to handle the exception or the error gracefully, kind of behind the scenes, right? So nobody knows what's going on. And then I can potentially fix that error on the fly or redirect it to the appropriate spot. All right, so we're going to take a look at utilizing the try statement to fix this error here.